Good morning, cyber friend. It's Mitty Man coming back at you again from Walker's Music. Yet another word for today. We give God all the praise and glory for life, health, and strength. We thank Him for His weather as it is, and we thank Him for each and every one of you cyber friends. You know who you are. We also thank for the Bible study and all that it is doing and the lives that it's touching. I know that it's touching, it's reaching outside of the call-in because I've been contacted by some people that are listening to it by way of the web. So we thank God for that, and we are hoping that it is doing great work for the glory of God. I told the Bible study on last night that I was going to share something, and I think I will do that at this here particular time. On last evening, I was in service, and I was playing. As a matter of fact, I was directly in the middle of playing a song for one of my former choirs, and they were singing well. But I was playing, and for a whole, looked like to me, I guess about a minute. Could have been longer, but no more than about a minute or so. I was playing, but it was like I wasn't playing because my mind just went. If I can explain it to you, the best I can tell you is that it was like the Spirit of God spoke to me. It didn't speak to nobody. It didn't ask me. The Holy Spirit didn't ask me about nobody in the church but me. He didn't ask me about nobody else. The question was, Spirit asked me. Deep in my gut, I felt it. It was like, Ernest, why are you here? Why I'm here? Yes. Why are you here? I was like, it didn't take me a whole lot of time to figure out what the Holy Spirit was asking me. That's because in my mind, this is the way I answered it. That's because I have to play. Point blank. I didn't say anything else. I said because I have to play. He said, you've answered correctly. Point blank. And then all of a sudden, I was back and I'm really listening to what the choir sang, and now we get through the song. And I sat there for the rest of the evening. And in between all the other songs that they sang. And I played. But that question it was on my mind what the Spirit asked me. Because I was looking around in the church. And I saw a vast array of people doing a vast array of things. But the Holy Spirit didn't ask nothing about nobody but me. He asked me about me. Why are you here? And I said, because I have to play. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. And I'm going to sit here and be honest and transparent with you. I'm not trying to make no excuses. Yes, I was there because I had to play. Because if I did not have to play, I wouldn't have been there. Point blank. I'm just telling you the truth. As a matter of fact, I'm going to tell you some more truth. There are a lot of times when I am in church services, I am there because I am a minister of music and I'm doing a job. I'm playing for my particular choir. I'm playing for the music and the worship service of the church. That's the only reason a whole lot of time I'm there. Now, I'm just going to be transparent with me. But then a dawning thing come on me. Awakening. It was an awakening thought that I remembered for something that Jesus said. Jesus said, in that day, many will say, Lord, didn't we do this and didn't we do that? And the Lord said, I'm going to declare to them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you workers of iniquity. In other words, we can be caught up in doing the works and not be in it for the right motive and for the right reason. Do we do things because we love God? Or are we doing them for the praise of man? And we are doing it for the praise of man. We are doing it to be well spoken of men. People, a lot of times, we doing things inside of the church. A lot of people that working very hard, quote unquote, because remember now, Jesus said, without me, you can't do nothing. So when I say working, I mean they doing it in a good spirit. And they're trying to do the things that the Lord required them to do. God gave me a gift just as well as He gave you gifts. And we are going to be required to account for those gifts one day. So what we must do, we must make certain that we are doing it within the right motive and spirit. most of the time, you are not going to get no credit from people. Most of the time, you are not going to get no credit. So you can't worry about people, about them patting you on the back. Now I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. From my own personal experience. And I'm going to tell all of you ministers of music, I don't know how it is in your particular church or wherever, but I know in the place that I go, no matter what I do, I'm rarely is it spoken of. No one seems to notice. Look like to me the only time people don't notice something is when you're not there. But as long as you're there, they just walk all over you. You do not get no honor, point blank. See, I tell people, we do not want glory. I don't. Glory belongs to God. But there's nothing wrong with giving people a little honor where honor is due. If I'm not doing the job, then right. Okay, let me go. But if I am doing what I'm supposed to do, and then you ain't got enough respect or decency to want to honor, to give honor to whom honor due, then you need to let that person go. In other words, Mike Murdock said, never stay at a place where you are tolerated, but go where you are celebrated. See, in other words, if I am playing, if I'm giving my ministering of music in a church that really appreciates it and they love what I'm doing and they love the motivation I put in and I instill in the choir members or whatever, if they really want me, I can never be replaced. But if they're just putting up with me because they need my services, once they find out somebody else that can do the same thing I'm doing or better, they're going to get rid of me anyway. So you cannot be replaced anywhere you are wanted. Where you are celebrated, you cannot be replaced. But where you are tolerated, they can replace you just like that. My point is, people, after the Spirit of God showed me these things last night, I am very more aware now than ever than being careful to make certain that whatever I do in the way of this keyboard back here or wherever I am, not only in a church service, but in whatever avenue that I may have to serve or do, I'm going to do it with all my heart and with all my soul and spirit, and making certain that I do it within the right motivation, giving God the glory. Because I don't want to play all this music down here and do all this singing. I don't sing much. I can hold a tune, but I don't want to do all this and holding my hands up to saying I worship the Lord and get there and then Jesus said, I don't know you. I don't know about you, but many men don't want that to happen to me. I want the Lord to say, well done, thou good and faithful servant. So you done been faithful over a few things. In other words, I don't do everything right, people. I wish I could sit here and say, y'all, I got it all figured out and I do everything right. No, I don't. I got many faults. Many faults. But I thank God that I ain't what I used to be. I used to be a show-enough mess. But thanks be to God, through the Holy Spirit working on me, that I'm a little bit better than I used to be. But I still got a long way to go. But last night, when the Spirit of the Lord asked me, why am I here? And I could not do anything but answer the same simple question, because I had to play. That gave me a wake-up call, people. We don't want to do all this and get there and then Jesus said, I don't know you. Please, let us get with the right motivation. There are some things we need to leave alone. I'll admit that. But let God be the judge. Matter of fact, I didn't sit here this morning to judge nobody in that church, because the Spirit of God didn't ask me about nobody in the church. He asked me about me. Why are you here, Mitty Man? Why are you here, Ernest? That was the question. And I had to give him the correct answer, because he knows it anyway. I'm here because I had to play. Yes, people. I was there because I had to play. And as a lot of times, that's what we are doing. We are going through the motion. But is our worship really worship? Is it something that God's going to say one day, well done, thou good and faithful servant? If we cannot be very confident that Jesus is going to tell us that, we better work it out. We better go back to him and say, Lord, change my motivation. And that's all I got to say right now about that, people. I mean, that was hard. That was a good wake-up call. Now, I mean, the Spirit of the Lord just came within myself and in my spirit, in my stomach. I could feel it deep. Why are you here? And I'm looking around the church. I'm playing, but I'm playing, and my mind ain't even on what I'm doing. But I'm playing. But I had to answer the question. I'm here because I have to play. Point blank. Whatever you get into. If God is not in it, it's best that we come out of it, people, because it's going to come to nothing. Keep your hand in the master's hand. If you do that, we'll get to that day when Jesus can say, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Enter into the kingdom of thy master's joy. People, get ready. The train is coming. This is Many Man saying to the next video or the next Bible study, whichever one comes first. Peace. Goodbye.